In this video, we're going to talk about how your ACEs as a parent impact your experience of parenting your child. So hopefully by now you've figured out what your own ACE score is. It's really important to consider how your own childhood has led you to the beliefs and perspectives that you have as a parent. When someone first becomes a parent, it's very common for either one of two things to happen. Either the parent says, I was raised one way and I want to raise my child the opposite way. And so there's an intentional break with how that person was parented themselves and what they choose for their child. Or I was parented this way, and so that's how I'll parent. And that's what happens most often. So when we are infants and toddlers and our brain development is so rapid, the way that we're cared for by our parents and our caregivers creates strong neural pathways in our brain for caregiving and for relationships. So then, when you become a parent yourself, subconsciously, your brain is literally wired for the same type of connection that you had with your parents as an infant, whether that's good or bad. Absolutely, if it was bad, it's something that you can change. But it does take some intention and deliberate practice to change those neural pathways. One way that our ACEs leave a legacy for our child is in terms of attachment styles. So there are different types of attachment styles between a parent and a child. And what we want for our children is a secure attachment. So most children do have a secure attachment. However, there's also two different types of insecure attachment, insecure ambivalent and insecure avoidant. Insecure ambivalent and insecure avoidant. And there's also disorganized attachment, and coherent strategy. I'm going to put a video in the bonus section that explains the attachment styles in more detail if you're interested in learning about that. But for now, what I really want you to know is that the strongest predictor of a secure attachment in a child is a parent who also had a secure attachment. So what if you don't have a secure attachment to your own parents? What then, right? Like, is it hopeless? It's not hopeless. There's another category as adults called earned secure. So if you have made sense of your childhood, if you can coherently tell a narrative of your childhood and of what happened to you, and even if you didn't have a secure attachment to your own parents, if you have been able to make sense of why your parents made the choices that they did as an adult, and you have been able to develop close and secure relationships with other people, then you might have an earned secure attachment. And so even with an earned secure, your child is more likely to have a secure attachment. If you haven't done that and you worry that you may still have an insecure attachment or that your child has an insecure attachment, the best thing you can do is to start to do the work you need to do to get that earned secure now, at this point. It's never too late. So attachment style can change, and your relationship with your child is certainly able to change and grow over time. So if you're listening to this and you're feeling like, oh, it's not what I wish it was, and I wish I could go back in time, first of all, stop beating yourself up. You can't go back in time. You're doing the best you can. And take a deep breath. It's okay. Forgive yourself and commit to starting to do the work to make the positive changes that you need to make from this point going forward.